Okay, this video is to walk around and show all the little defects of this 2005 Lotus Elise. There's slight paint defects. I'm gonna try to point them all out. We're rolling here. You can see this is the worst of it. A little bit of body damage. Some rock took out a little bit of the panel here. I haven't done anything to try to fix it since it happened. You can see there's a tiny little bit of damage there too. Roll forward. This little bit of paint work here. This is through the clear coat and through all the paint as well. That's going to need to be addressed. You can see this panel gap, which is finest Lotus Elise fitment. Roll forward over here to the front of the car. You see that these are carbon fiber, pre-preg carbon fiber lens assemblies, but then the lens itself is starting to bubble up. These are newer lenses. They're only about 5 years old, aftermarket from Greg's Racing Parts, but they're starting to unseal itself there a little bit, so that needs some addressing. Also here, see there is LED aftermarket lights in here, which are fantastic. And then this is the turn signal indicator, the amber thing around the edge of it, which are really nice. We roll around showing more of the body issues. Tiny little paint out of here, rock hits, little rock hit, tiny little things, no big whoop. Splitter, like I mentioned before, this is totally sacrificial. This is typical on a Lotus Elise. You just don't even bother replacing them because you'll just crack them. So this is pretty standard, and I would not bother replacing that, just live with it. Here are the bigger rock hits here in the front of the grill. Tiny little things, that's all the way through the paint. You see here on this, the front running lights, which do not work. I think I mentioned this in the ad. There's a little crack in here, but neither of these work. They didn't. You could argue that when they came from the factory, they didn't really work anyway because they're so low wattage. I always run with lights on. Rolling around to this side, you see that just like on the passenger side, there's a little bit of a ding here out of the paint. This would happen, there was some sort of shift that happened with the bodywork here. So I open this up, it used to touch there a little bit. There was some sort of panel shift that happened that touched that for a little bit before I recognized what was going on. It doesn't do it anymore, but it did do a little bit of damage to the paint there. And rolling back over here, this is behind on the driver's side, and I mentioned this in the text for the ad. It's hard to see that on video, but there is a little bit of a hit through here. Something fell and hit the bodywork. This is only, I don't think this is through the clear coat entirely anywhere, but this will need a little bit of detailing to take care of. Otherwise than that, the paint is in really good shape. It looks great throughout, as you can probably catch on the video here. Really nice looking paint, probably the best I've seen on any Elise that I've been in contact with, which is about a dozen. It's probably the best paint that I've ever seen on it. Oh, one other small thing here on the hatch. Let's see if I can pick it up. You can see there's a little bit of wear marks there from where this hatch opens up and rolls forward. It makes, sometimes we'll make a little contact with the bodywork there. You can see there's a tiny little bit of damage. The engine's on. And that's Tuesday just purring away. No issues with the engine that I know of. Roll down through here and let's just get, for completeness sake, these lower quarter panels. These is pretty much factory. This is a little bit of dust. I've not done anything to that. That's just sort of like the old PPF finish. Was on here from the factory and it's pretty much sort of toasted, and that's that. It's not really the body work that's getting the hit there, that's the covering on top of it. I think I might have mentioned that this has PPF on the entire front of the clam, including these wings, and also the mirror too, and that was put on about 3 years ago. Let's see, more funnel here, and then might as well just go roll through and take a look what you see as you're getting into the car. I'll do a separate video here of looking at all the stuff on the inside.